All right, YouTube is going. Got a summer job offer? Congratulations. Trader Joe's. Yes. They are one of the few companies that are extremely anti-union in the United States. It's like 3 companies and Trader Joe's is one of them. So they are a traitor to the cause, man. I'm not saying they need to be pro-union. I'm just saying it's kind of fucked up to be like so specifically anti-union. Like, brother, like you're a grocery store. How was my sale earlier? The only eventful thing that happened was when I was going into Devil's Roar. I had only a little bit of loot on me. 2 ships were fighting each other. Some level 1 Reaper went in on like a level 4, level 5 merchant. The Reaper got blown up. Yet I continue to give them business? Well, you know what they say. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. That doesn't mean you can't feel bad. And I do. Is this world? This is finally world. We're finally back. You know, there's another grocery store that's very popular in New England area. And they got into the big dispute with their union. And they ended up replacing a lot of jobs with like robots. And I hate to say it, but like I think they ended up letting go of so many people now. Like they don't have enough employees that the stores are just like dirty. They're like just like kind of gross looking. My job is next. Yeah, I mean, you know, they have AI VTubers, so you're not wrong. I'll be irrelevant soon. If I'm not already. Don't they all turn into bigots? Well, I think it's difficult to program AI from adopting hate speech. Because like that, they're programmed to learn. AI wouldn't miss TCS and Agnes. Probably not. AI Seinfeld had to get shut down because it was spouting hate speech. That's just what I mean. Because all it takes is one time, and you're sunk. Sea of Thieves has been fun. I'm gonna keep trying to get better at it. We will be streaming it later this month. Big update coming out. Sea of Thieves and Stellar Blade, I guess. The next 2 games. I don't know if Stellar Blade is going to be popular or not. I think that's another Riz of Ronin. Nobody's going to be able to play it, so nobody cares. I don't know. Maybe the jiggly ass will help. Ioden? I'm not streaming Ioden. Well, there was a Twitch channel that was using AI to create infinite scenes for Seinfeld. But then spawned even more AI programmatic sitcoms as well. Coward, kill the numbers. I mean, it's not even like we're doing big numbers anyways. Honestly, until Milds comes out, I don't think I guess I shouldn't really worry that much. Am I an AI? I hope not. That's true. We have politics at the end of the year. It looks slow and full of parry spam like a worse Sekiro. I've been not playing the beta, the demo. Maybe I should play it and find out whether I should actually buy it or not. The thing is, and here's the truth. If people aren't going to be entertained by Rose of Ronin, they're probably not going to be entertained by Stellar Blade. Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't have the juiced world bots anymore. Asbin giveth, Asbin taketh away. The worst part now is my entire YouTube feed gets videos of him in there. It's so crazy. You click one thing and then suddenly it's like YouTube's like, all right, well, I guess this is all you want to watch now. This is always the worst part of this run. Could be entertained by Sea of Thieves. It's a fun game. I'm trying to get a little bit better. I'm thinking I might try and actually like hunker down and figure out how to use mouse and keyboard on it. Which I know is kind of like a weird thing, like why do you got to learn that? But it's been a while since I really played a lot of mouse and keyboard. Blue one here? Yeah, he lives in a slightly different part. His nest is just underneath the Rathalos nest. He's got a little spot. I think the VTuber World arc is also coming to an end soon. Oh, has there been a lot of VTubers on World? Man, we're all so cooked. It's okay. It's probably what? It can't be that much more than a year and 6 months away from the next game, right? Trend parasites. Oh, that's got to be a tough way to live. Although maybe a good way to live. I mean, if it does well for you, I guess. I'm assuming HoloLive Japan or HoloLive EN. This is how out of touch I am. I both play Monster Hunter and have a lot of people that love VTubers in my community, and like I'm just like completely oblivious. Both. If Corone was playing, I would be interested. Not Corone. Yeah, it's got to be Corone for me to care. She's actually playing the Boomer games though, right? Now, there's some game about, like, Corone box or something. I recommended it on, Shep VTuber. Well, we will, resume our corporeal form someday. I want to, remove the guillotine that is mainstream that has been positioned over my head. Final Fantasy VII didn't sell well? A sequel to a game that is a PS5 exclusive? You ever hear about the game E.T. before? E.T. for the Atari? It was one of the precipitating moments of the video game crash, where the publisher for E.T., a game that wasn't even good, made more copies. I'm pretty sure they actually had more copies of it made than there were actual Ataris. It's like, even if every man, woman, and child that owned an Atari bought one, they would have still had copies left over. We need another video game crash? We're already going through it. It's already happening. Every large budget game company out there that has been producing games for a profit rather than out of passion is suffering severe consequences. It's the hardest game you ever played? I remember playing it and beating it. I'm pretty sure I played it and beat it. No, I mean, I'm with Dean on this one. I think most of Japan and most Japanese games are fine. I mean, because they've always kind of followed their own sort of vibe. There was a dark time in the early 2010s where they were sort of chasing Western trends. That was a dark time. But it feels like they kind of got their confidence and their groove back. You beat E.T. how? You gotta, like, find M&Ms? I don't know. All those games are pretty simple. It usually comes down to finding something and then going to another spot. It doesn't get much more complicated than that. You know, we still haven't tripled yet. I don't know how we've gotten so lucky. There was a time where Pong was like a piece of furniture you would buy that you could brag to people about. Like, rather than like a new game would come out, somebody would develop like a new device that would play Pong that was somehow a slightly more advanced than normal Pong. Not even like a new version of Pong. It's just like, oh, the screen is better, or oh, you like the controllers better. I'm not saying that was good. They're planning on using Lance against the Latreon. I'm probably going to use dual blades for both the Latreon and Fake Palace. It's a little bit of a revenge match sort of thing. Because I don't think we ever cleared our dual blade runs. Like Doom these days? Well, I mean, you can play Doom on smart fridges, right? I don't know if we got anything out of that. All right, we got to lock in. I got to make sure. What is it going to be? Miasma Decos. PC market was always fine in the UK. It's the console market that was really suffering pause. There are some really interesting books about it. And of them, Nintendo really revitalized console gaming. You know, as good or as popular as PC gaming was and is, you know, it's always been secondary to like mass market appeal. Computers are expensive and consumers are dumb. So they just don't know how to install. You know, they can't figure it out, man. Few consumers can figure out how to even get a computer and install Steam on it, let alone alternative software. It's a little depressing. What can you do? All right, that's full miasma. Yeah, torrent files, stuff like that. You know, it's... For a while, there was this idea that, you know, there was going to be some sort of major exception, like technology was in our hands and everyone, especially the youth, were going to become very good at using it. But come to find out that when your primary interface with technology is like an iPhone or an Android touchscreen, like, you don't really learn anything about the technology behind it. It's just like, you know, babies can work it. You know, you can give a 3-year-old a phone and like, I'm pretty sure they can figure it out. You could probably find a fast enough smart fridge or link up a smart fridge to play Resident Evil 4 on. Okay, well, we got our Nullberries. You know what? All we can do is just go for it. If I was really desperate, we could try and get Safeguard, but I'm not. It was absolutely going to be one of the hardest quests we do. Because he farts all over the place. And how do you avoid... There's no easy way. The flu will kill me? That's a horrible thing to say. Why would you say that, man? That's a fucked up thing to say to someone. Oh, the dragon? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. He might die. I thought he was like saying like, oh, you're old and your immune system is weak and you're gonna die to the flu. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why would you say that? You do occasionally get somebody really fucked up on Twitch that'll say stuff like that. Okay, please hit. We hit. KO. Good KO. Yeah, we want to get this break as quickly as possible. We could try and get a wall bang here. I don't know if this will work. You want to eat this dragon? He's apparently kind of fish. Right now, we want to get our ride off. He usually runs right after that. Not this one. Okay, I think we go to Super Pound into wall bang. Oh, well, not close enough. We want to build up our next KO. Hey! Hey! How's it going? It's going amazing right now. All right, I think we want Vitality Mantle basically on cooldown. Up next, we want to get our mount. Perfect. Head Tenderize is probably getting pretty close to the 3-minute mark. Rundy, hello, good evening. What a pleasure to see you. Hope all is well. Kevin, that would be healing. 3-piece Valharmer is healing. He's enraged. We could work on another mount. Or another KO. That's not a normal head topple. We're going to go in for a full charge here because I think it's almost... Yeah, it's down. We might get a flinch. Fine. That's why we had the Vitality Mantle, but we needed to get that. Well, actually, we didn't really need to get it. Now that the head is broken, it's pretty weak. You know, Tenderize is always stronger on naturally resistant things. Once you've broken it, once it's a good hit zone, it's not that big of a deal. The taco is red. Brother, I... What? What? Excuse me? Excuse me? All right, well, you know what? I'm going to say that was pretty good. The taco won the map. Yeah, see, I'm not... I'm just not... Yeah, the extra affinity from Wex is okay, and we do have crit boost 1, so... even more valuable. Nice one. So he's going to be throwing down fart clouds everywhere. They're bad now. They're going to get a lot worse. We have to leave the area. Well, because we'll constantly get it. That's called the icon. They actually call it the icon. It looks like a taco. It does look a little bit like a taco. I mean, he just keeps shooting his gas. I mean, there's not much I can do about this. So I can't go in there. It looks like a taco to you? They serve, you can get a taco at Chipotle if you want, right? I mean, Capcom has been known to work with Chipotle. Then will I get a sponsorship with Chipotle or sponsor Chipotle? I mean, I do love Mexican food. I'm not sure if Chipotle gets full marks for being real Mexican. Tex-Mex. Being Evo champ. That's cool. You know, even though he didn't win, I feel like Snake Eyes should have just gotten a sponsorship anyways. Justin seems like a really fun guy to hang around with. He's dropping pods. It's probably good. We're gonna sharpen. Capcom was being funny putting a taco there. I mean, hunters do kind of survive off of their food. They do have a pretty big appetite. So I kind of see where you're coming from. Splatfail Valstock not do that super attack in the Rotten Vale. He probably does. I don't see why he wouldn't. Do I still want your taco recipe? You posted in the food channel. I'll look at it. I got a pretty good taco recipe. For a while, I had a really good taco meat recipe, but I gotta, like, look it up. I mean, I don't know. Good for me, who is a fake Mexican. Not real Mexican. How have I been? Pretty good. I had some Kung Pao chicken tonight. It was delicious. I'm gonna get it again. I'm gonna be making a bunch of breakfast burritos this week. We're gonna go shopping on Wednesday. We're gonna stock up. Oh! Don't you fart on me. I see you. It's farting all over me. You like the bean tacos at Taco Bell? They're okay. I feel a little bit better with getting vegetarian stuff at Taco Bell as well. The soft potatoes are actually really good. It's gonna be safe. Should have done a tenderizer here, but... Yo, bro's almost done. John Carterella. Good evening. We didn't even cart! Not even one time! Well, that's not bad. A little saved by decoration RNG, but... Damn. We carded at least once or twice to No Gigante in a quest. We definitely carded to him more when we were farming him a little bit. And we carded once or twice to Kushala. I've carded a couple times. But we have not triple carded. Halfway through the achievements with Brotato, I have unlocked all achievements and done all Brotatos under all difficulty levels. Well, all under the highest difficulty levels in Brotato. I'm 100% complete with Brotato as it stands. I'm very much looking forward to the DLC. I'm not trying to say I'm like some sort of like Brotato savant, but like I got it. I got that dog in me. Am I not going for Plundercat? I don't know, man. It's like effort to get him. You know what I mean? He is probably better.
Genial. Sí. Vamos allá.
It's like, I got that effort. Yeah, I just don't wanna... Oh, was it 8 p.m.? There's probably some mods out there that we could look up for Brotato. How do I feel about Stellar Blade? I don't know, man. I think it being PS5 only is going to really limit people's interest in it. I think that's a really big issue nowadays. What hammer am I using? I'm using the fully upgraded ore hammer. It's called the Kurogane 3. It is okay for progression. There are better choices. Particularly Kulu is better. But then I like got to go out of my way and make it, and like I just didn't feel like it. It's only on PS5. I know, it's what I'm saying, man. It's a problem, man. But here's the funny thing about PC gamers. There's not that many of them, but man, like they don't fucking shut up. And so, good or bad, you get a lot of word of mouth from PC gamers. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm one of them. I do it for a living. I can't shut the hell up. You know, most people that play console games, I'm not saying they don't talk about it, but, like, it's like a hobby for them. People on PC, it's like their lifestyle. Like, oh, check out my custom loops. Water cooling, special radiator, RGB lights. I make sure to keep the ambient airflow around my case always 20 degrees Celsius. You're gonna go for PS5? I mean, I have it. I mean, I like playing on it. It is a little bit more relaxing playing on PS5 because... Or on Xbox, I guess, for that matter, because you could be pretty much assured that you're going to start up your game and it's going to work. It's going to run like crap, but it will run. Occasionally on PC, it's just like, nah, I'm just going to shit myself, man. Good luck figuring it out. You know, it's like in a... You're an early adolescent in a relationship. And both you and your girlfriend are emotionally unstable and still trying to figure themselves out, and you're trying to be mind readers. That's you trying to play PC games. Like, what do you want? And it's like, I don't know what I want. And it just like crashes. It's like, I just want to play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It's like, I want to lick a toad and get high. You're like, wait, what? Where did that come up? Getting too real. I might be working through some unresolved trauma from my childhood. Can I tell you the toad story again? You like that story, don't you? It's a good one? I bet you there's a lot of people that think I just made it up. That like don't even think it's real. That are like, oh, you're such a clown shepherd. You have such a creative mind. How do you come up with these things? No. I didn't have to come up with anything. It was my real life, man. So I was dating a girl in high school. She was a goth girl. Not that that has anything to do with anything. And like, I really wasn't in anything. Like, I was not at all into drinking. And I didn't really like doing any drugs. But, you know, she was a little into experimenting with stuff. And it was never like evil stuff. But it always was like on the border of like hallucinogens. Stuff like that. And like, whatever, you're in a relationship with someone, like, you just kind of like, it is what it is. Especially when you're a teenager. Like, I'm not going to tell her how to live her life, necessarily. And so it was like on again, off again. And it was like the very last time we had gotten back together before I was like, maybe this is just not healthy for either of us. I was a little older than her. Not a lot older. You know, it was something like I was like a freshman in college and she was like a senior in high school. You know, it was like a year apart. But I was old enough so that she was like, look, I've been doing some reading. And because you are 18, you can now purchase a Colorado river toad. And she's like, when you lick this toad, you get like really high. And I was like, okay. But like, that wasn't even the weird part. She's like, so what I think you should, I think what we should do, what you should do. I had my own apartment. She's like, I think you should get one of these toads and we could charge people to come over and like, people will pay you $20 to lick your toad and get high. And I was like, first of all, there's like so many things that are wrong with this. Like, like that poor toad, like, this is like going to be like my pet. This is going to be like my little friend. I'm going to be the one that's going to be like feeding him and taking care of him and looking at him every day. And I'm going to be inviting strangers into my apartment and they're going to be like licking him. And then like, okay, so now they lick him. Now they're high. Now they're going to be like hanging out in my place for a while. It's not like $20 they lick him and then they're on their day. Or like $20 are going to rent him out like I'm some sort of toad pimp. You know? You're like, is $20 really going to be worth it to have somebody like tripping balls on my toad's juice for like what's probably hours? That was pretty much the precipitating moment where I said, we should just end it. And then like, I never spoke to her again. So. I never bought the toad. I didn't lick the toad because I never bought it. Sorry to let you down. How would you report being a toad pimp on your taxes? I mean, look, this is not tax advice, but if you had like a real toad farm going, say you had like 20 Colorado river toads in your house and you were like getting $400 a day from people licking them, like in theory, you really should report that on your taxes. In theory, I mean, that's what the IRS wants you to do. I mean, whether you do it or not, I don't know. That's how they got Al Capone, though. I don't want to get taken down by that. Pay the toad tax. I mean, it would definitely be... I mean... You know, there was a point in time where you could buy and own them legally. I don't think you could do it anymore. I'm pretty sure they caught on to people licking the toads and like, you can't. I'll check. Legality owning Colorado river toad. It is considered illegal. It is categorized as Scheduled 1 substance. Though law enforcement is increasingly less likely to enforce the laws with its growing popularity. Well, there you go, man. You probably won't go to jail. It'd be really funny to end up in jail because you had a toad you kept licking. Dart frogs licking? Look, man, I was the person that left the relationship over licking hallucinogenic toads, dude. I wasn't the one doing the research on it. I wasn't like thinking like I'm gonna own a cottage industry of licking toads. That was my ex-girlfriend. Yeah. It's been decades. Probably technically true. Matsu, hello? Probably. You know, the government's not even like really... The federal government, I think, has pretty much stopped enforcing marijuana laws. So they probably don't care that much about the toads. But I mean, but honestly, like, I feel bad for the toad, you know? I mean, animal husbandry is a difficult topic no matter how you dice it. You want to take care of the animals. You don't want them suffering. That's not right to them. What if you could collect the secretions that come off of them? I mean, you know. So say you fell asleep with your tongue out and you had trained your toad to jump at your tongue whenever it was out. Is that abuse? I don't know, man. Imagine you got guests over, your toad's trying to work their way into their mouth. Like, dude, I think your toad is trying to make me lick it. Why is it doing that? Oh, like in their tank? Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely not right if you train your toad to do that. Definitely.
Vamos allá.
El dragón anciano sin identificar está en los altiplanos coralinos. Vamos, con precaución.
How hard is it to get the waterproof mantle? I came up with that. I did come up with that idea. That came out of my brain. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. Am I sure I didn't lick the toad? Well, it would explain some things. I don't know. How would I have even gotten the toad? Like, you got to go to Colorado? Like, is there somebody trafficking frogs?
El dragón anciano sin identificar está en los altiplanos coralinos. Vamos, con
But if you
precaución.
fed it by putting toad food on your tongue, it's like... Check Craigslist. I am not searching for this. I don't want to get, like, the feds, like, tuned into my IP address being like, yo, this guy's trying to get toads.
De verdad.
They're like, he's at home all day, you know, he might be up to some no good. If I kill a high-ranked Gyrototus, let's do it. There isn't a normal one? Well, if I can't get it, I'm just gonna skip it. If I don't have a high rank Geratotus, like, I just don't. It's not worth it to me. Oh. Well, alright. $100 for a medium one? I mean, that's pretty... I mean, all considered, that's... I don't think that's expensive. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, if you're planning on keeping that toad as a lifetime pet, you're gonna be like licking it, you know, every weekend. I'm not saying to get and lick a toad. I'm assuming there must be like some oxidation Noxella where like you gotta get for the maximum output you need to get it straight from the source. Even if you could lick the toad, like I think it's just like a bad idea. Like I'm pretty sure it's toxic in some way. Every seller deletes the product? I wouldn't. If I did go in the toad licking industry, it would definitely be like, no, you get to lick him right off his back, man. You're never going to trip harder. Definitely. No, I'd be the Walter White of toads. Is my toad's Gus Fring? Probably my ex-girlfriend. She's probably been developing this stuff for years now. At this point, she probably has the toad market cornered. I mean, she was a pretty smart girl. I mean, she was in, like, honors classes and stuff. If anyone could do it, it probably would have been her. She's on Craigslist? You gotta be careful on Craigslist. I can't imagine Craigslist doesn't just shut you down immediately if you're selling toad licks. The code is... We're having a hopscotch party at my house over the weekend. $25 a jump. Ribbit my line if you want to RSVP. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's how you'd probably do it. I think we got it. I think we got everything we needed. I think it's going to be worth it. I could be very wrong, but I feel like... I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. Does it have a better cooldown rate? It has a better cooldown rate than Vitality Mantle. It's like we'll be able to avoid damage, which is in some ways better than just tanking the damage with waterproof mantle. I don't know, we'll find out. If we die, we die. It's like whatever. I don't see fortify here because we have these. I do feel like if we're going to die anywhere, though, it's going to be on him. I mean, it's just his damage goes all over the place. Waterproof mantle should also cleanse the water debuff, I think.
Ten cuidado.
Like a goddamn siren song just grabbing these potions. Normally we've got that upper camp unlocked, but we didn't go for the coral horn this time, so we didn't have the CC parts to do it. Wall bangs are going to be huge here. Hitting the head is a little hard depending where we are. She's fairly weak to KO. But it's just so dangerous to be near the face. We do have evade window 1 and evade extender 1 though, I guess. So could be worse. Not to hello, good evening.
Oye, compi.
We'll probably get through Shard tonight. I don't know if we'll do any Frost Fang or Zinogre tonight. Because I do want to get over to 3U for a little bit. Fighting the Squirt monster. It is required. Yeah, no, we got Baleful Giganox coming up real soon. And then right after that, or at least not long after that, Green Narga and Green Plesioth are right next to each other. What are the odds of that? What's Baleful weak to? Fire? Or water? Or ice? I don't even know. Probably Blast. If we're being honest with ourselves. It's called... It is. That's true. You got me. did like no damage. It's not good. Probably KO after this. This might be enough damage to enrage. Oh, we got lucky. Alright, we start working on our next KO again already. That's so lame. Okay, well, there's all of our stuff. It's unfortunate. Whew. Nice. Trying to think how I want to do this. Didn't really want to get the KO that soon, because that could have been a wallbang. Guess it could still be a wallbang. Ooh, there's so much damage. All right, we're gonna go again. I feel like the head just takes no damage. Woo! But like, I can't do anything about it. I guess I can try about it. I think I am happy about the waterproof mantle though. I think it was worth the time. Again, I appreciate what we gain from the vitality mantle, obviously, but you want to deal damage. Oh! Should have dove. Okay. This is all within our calculation. I was pretty likely she was going to kill us at least once. We got hit by some move that took away like a third of our life, so... Yeah, no, I mean, fortify strats, I mean, it's... I'm not saying the run couldn't be done without fortify, it definitely could be, but... It's definitely a big part of it. Not running heroics? The thing is, the heroics may never pop off. You might just die. And, like, deliberately triggering it is, like, I would say it's insane. It's just like... Fuck! God damn it! Definitely want to get the tenderize before. And again, so usually my thought process is build up KO. When not KO'd. When KO'd, you do the big thing. Should be Noviing soon. And we should be able to get a KO, actually, out of her. We're pretty damn close to one. You know Namiel's in the top 20? Isn't that wild? She's like number 18. She showed up once in an older, I mean, technically like an older game, kind of. Oh, she definitely looks cool. I just don't question that she looks good. I was working up my spin. Character's working her full set even though it's not super good. If you go out of your way to use pieces that have free element on them, it helps a little bit. Not a lot, but it does help a little bit. The boost you get from the element is bad. But the free element you get, I mean, it's something. purely for the weakness exploit. I don't know that the head takes any additional damage when tenderized, and she's dry. She's so weak in this mode. I loved her AT helmet. Her AT helmet was sick. Aw, she still got it off. Aw, man. A second too late. Just bad missing that golf swing. Probably a charge, brutal big bang into wall pound. Mad shit alone, good evening. Well, I feel like I've become the master of dirty tricks. Use all the dirty tricks to my maximum possible advantage. I always was. I've done runs that have not been dirty. No wall bangs. Less mounting. You know, for as unethical as goblins are, like, you never really see them fighting that unfairly. It's usually the humans that fight dirty. Certainly Goblin Slayer fights dirty. Franka, hello, good evening. Goblins probably smell bad? How do you know? Choppers and Dragma too. Dude, you've got Arizons coming around, force choking them and throwing them into orbit. That's not fighting dirty? When I was a child, I remember my parents saying something about gorillas fighting in the jungle. And I thought it was actual, like, great apes fighting humans. And I didn't understand why that was happening. But I distinctly remember, like, why are the monkeys fighting the humans? Well, I mean, it is Planet of the Apes. I mean, there are movies about it.
Daremos todo nuestro apoyo a la quinta. Empezad los preparativos para partir.
Ahora es quinta flota. ¿Entendido todos? Vamos a por ello.
I mean, I wasn't like 16 years old. I mean, I was like, I was like 5 or 6. I'm old enough to know what a gorilla is, but definitely not old enough to know what a gorilla is. Small distinction. How many years ago was that? It was a while ago. My dad's not even alive anymore, man. How do I know?
Hasta luego.
Well, I didn't bury the body, so I guess he still could be. If anyone could fake their own death, it would definitely be him. Nah, I mean, real talk. I mean, that guy could have... If anyone could pull it off, it would have been that guy. Dad lore is pretty fun to listen to. Dude, Boomer's just built different, man. He was out there committing federal crimes, like international drug trafficking. And his luck stat was statted so high that due to some clerical error, he got to walk away for free. And they're like, oh, we don't want you getting in trouble again. So here, we're going to give you a high-end paying job at IBM so you don't commit any more crimes. Like, what the... What? I don't even know how to tell the story, man. Yeah, man.
Oye,
He got trained to learn how to break into computer systems. And he was really good at it. And the only reason he got that job is because he was good at smuggling drugs into the country.
recibido.
That doesn't work that way anymore, man. You just go to jail.
Vamos allá.
It's like probably like the 70s, I guess.
Vamos allá. Recibido. Vamos allá. A por ello.
This is where the Boston parking ticket comes in. Look, it's not my fault that they've got such bad parking and signage out there that
Así que lo
I
mejor
possibly
está
parked in a
aquí,
bus
¿eh?
stop.
Es imposible saber qué va a pasar, así que mantente alerta.
Whole city's a goddamn scam. My dad is insanely lucky. Luck is the greatest stat we possess. Without any question. And it's like not even close. I'm going to go through Latria Nova without healing. You'll see. You will probably see Thursday or Friday.
Pero, ¿qué está haciendo aquí? ¿Y por qué me da la sensación de que le pasa algo raro? No podemos dejar que interfiera. Tienes que deshacerte de él, compi.
I have a plan. That is not the head. You're not KO'd. It should be Thursday or Friday. There's going to be some prep work, but we don't have to go as crazy with prep because dying doesn't mean the run is over. KO. Is Farcaster legal? Farcaster doesn't even work in the Elatrian arena. You're unaware? I mean, it's, you know, good thought process. You can die. Yeah, dying is allowed. Special investigation, Fatalis, you do get 5 cards. We might actually reset for insurance against Fatalis. And we might even go for unlocking Safeguard as well. I am, as of yet, undecided. We're probably taking this hit. That was get really lucky. Yeah, we're taking this hit.
No tienes alternativa.
I mean, at least I knew. And at least it wasn't a one-shot. What the hell? Is the triple end of the run quest fail? I haven't put it as a failure. That's something like a doubter would say. Oh, come on, man. Hanging out pretty far away. Woo! I don't think anything you can eat for affects your cat. Other than, at least in World. I don't think your cat has enthusiasm like in the previous games. We might be dying. Ooh! Oh, come on, man. That's so bad. Heroics would have been good here. Heroics would have been good here. Hopefully we're close to a KO. Please? It's actually not a KO. Normal head trip. I could really use one of my mantles. I'm worried I'm gonna die with it on, though. Yeah, like, obviously it's not full invincibility. It's got all sorts of moves that go through it. They're going to do the normal super pound here. Actually, you know what? Maybe we got it. Did you sleep on this quest? What tool were you using? Flinch! Please. Plunder would definitely get you double. We close to getting vitality back up. Oh, you can't even count that one. How are you even gonna count that one? How are you gonna evade something like that? You can't evade something you can't even see. It's barely a real monster at this point. He belongs in Monster Hunter Rise. I mean it in the sense of that sort of move like you need an always up evasion for. You know, we would have gotten this cartless if it weren't for zoom mode. Got to MR100, Tempered Runer's kicking your ass. Well, this guy's got all the same moves, so if you just watch this hunt and how I did it, then you'll be okay. I'm trying to think what the worst matchup is. I don't know if he chips through everything Lance can do at guard 5 or not. We don't need to farcast. I think we can just do this quest straight away. Bleed resist for Ruiner? Nah, you don't need bleed resist. Just pink meats is enough.
Descansa un poco. Tiene que estar por aquí.
I like rhythm shooters. I like potato shooters. I think potato shooters might be my favorite. I think Brotato. I think I like it now better than Soulstone Survivors and Hollow Cure. There's just so many better skills to use than bleed resist for Ruiner, though. Like, yeah, he's got a few hits that'll hit you with bleed, but most of his hits do not do bleed. If every hit did bleed, I would agree with you. But... OG Vampire Survivors? No, not really. I did not get to try the Hades 2 tech test, no. I didn't know it was available.
Sabe arreglar solo. En serio, lo he acompañado lo suficiente. Créeme, nadie más está a su nivel. Es el maestro cazador de la quinta flota.
There was apparently a very surreal moment in the Hades 2 tech test where somebody in the comments was like backseating the developers how to play the game.
Y más te vale volver de una pieza.
God, the internet is ruined. Evade window extender would be nice for Ruiner. I would say earplugs 5. I think you need 5 to ignore his roars. That's the thing that's most likely to get you. Heartbreaker do anything to Nergigante spikes? Apparently it does nothing for normal Nergigante. I don't know about Ruiner though. So we will probably end up breaking off the head. Greatsword speedrun for Ruiner uses earplug 5. Look at my brain. I knew it. Honestly,
Eres nuestra estrella.
earplugs might be kind of nice against Fatalis. What am I doing? That's not the right spot. It's just like Elder Seal for Nergigante on the spikes. It'll remove the spikes, but you don't get the special trip, which is like, what's the point? My character's hair, give more room for brain. Yeah.
Quizá darle a la cabeza y al pecho sea efectivo.
Loving the Nessie in the corner, man. Going absolute Nessie mode.
Vas por buen camino. Continúa atacando al pecho y a la cabeza.
Elder Seal increases the part break damage applied to spikes. So it'll break the spikes it hits immediately. Fascinating theory.
Parece ver algo a través de las grietas que le has hecho.
That ball man just exploded off my body. I mean, stun lock them? That's not like a true stun lock. Those were boulders. I'm gonna get hit. Oh, so lucky. Oh! That last hit? It was lucky I didn't get hit. As for my hits to him, These are all coming.
¿Solo era su caparazón?
I think I... Oh! Oh! I don't know if I can get him. I'm gonna go for it. Ow! We got those. Man, we're gonna easily break off his head, I think, at this rate. Oh! It's the one attack she can actually get you with, I guess. There's the head already. I think so many people struggle for so long to get that head. are transition. That means we are definitely doing work. Oh God, Jesus, what was that damage? Just from the roar? I would like to switch mantles, but I'm not allowed. We will heal from the tent. I don't know when we're going to get a chance to carve that head. Why not? It's a strat. It's specifically against the rules. Explicitly against the rules. Oh, shit. Well, we could switch. You know, I'll just leave everything as it is. I do have to grab an ancient potion, though. Actually, there might be one in here. Is there one in here? No. I feel okay. Plenty of thorn pods. I don't know when we're going to get a chance to actually land one. What monster is after this? The next required fight after Shar is Kieran, but we will be fighting things other than Kieran before we fight Kieran. I love how he just, like, vibrates into the ground. When you go into the tent, you heal. And I wanted to get my waterproof mantle earlier, and if I farcasted and I used the tent, I would have healed. I don't blame you for not realizing that. It's kind of a weird thing. Not many people run into the tent to heal, but it does heal you. Also sharpens your weapon. Can you find Frostfang after Shara? Yeah, we'll probably be getting Frostfang here pretty soon. Honestly, Frostfang will probably be first. And then I was thinking about making Valkana armor. I want the Frostfang duels for Latrion. My plan at least. Not what I wanted. I was like, maybe I'll stay down long enough? No! Well, it's fine. Not funny. I feel like we got a lot of KOs. Was that one card? We could feel okay about that. One card, no poison isn't bad. It's not bad. For having no healing and semi-unavoidable damage from her roar. Shara looks like she has seen some stuff. Yeah. I don't know that there's a specific gender for Shara. Have a good night, Kaiser. I will be back Wednesday. Be back on Wednesday. I mean, the head break happened. Was it before her transition? I think so. We're on DirectX 11, so there should be no crashing.
Lo hiciste.
Menos mal que estás. Yo no sé ni cómo lo has hecho.
Si no fuera por ti, tu compañera y yo habríamos abandonado la investigación. Muchas gracias.
The hair is wild,
Lo
man.
registraré todo. Toda la investigación, el Omnidragón, todo ello.
Was this hairstyle in Rise?
Nadie mejor.
I think they had a lot of great hairstyles in Iceborne.
Eso ha sido ciertamente inolvidable. No lo cambiaría por nada. Y ahora.
You have that one?
Ahora
It's
que voy a
nice. There's been like afros like this in the earlier games, and they always looked kind of like,
Una gran mujer me contó
I don't know, bad. But this one actually, I mean, other than the fact that it's orange, actually looks pretty good.
No hay tiempo para dudar de ti misma.
Cierto. Ya que hemos acabado, buscaré una nueva afición.
Guys, I don't even know who Ice Spice is. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'm just going to look it up.
¿Estás herido?
I mean, her hair isn't even that big.
Buen trabajo. Bravo.
The color is definitely on brand, though.
Esa cosa es enorme. Madre mía. Y pensar que interfería con el torrente eterno.
¿Qué estáis haciendo aquí todos?
She's got a
Dejar
Wikipedia
este
page.
encargo para la quinta flota fue una decisión de la comisión. Pero fue mi decisión que viniéramos también. Y por eso estamos aquí. Has cumplido con tu trabajo, como siempre.
Muy bien. Regresemos.
Es imposible. Segundo asalto.
Wikipedia article is not that in-depth.
¿Quieres banana? Pues ven a por ella.
You change the time of day when you go on an expedition? I think whenever you move areas, it changes time of day.
Qué cosas. Otro eslabón en la cadena alimenticia.
So I think we're still in a festival. So, ooh. Zinogre doesn't do too much for us. He's not particularly helpful. Why they're hunting Nergigante? Because he himself might mess up the ecosystem if he eats too many things. Gotta keep everything in balance, man. At least that's how they justify it to themselves. I think we just go out right away.
Oye. ¿Estáis todos?
No nos detendremos ahora. Sigamos.
The funny thing is, even if I wanted to stay with Raw, fighting Frostfang might still be the way to go. It's the same Raw either way, like 270, right? But it gets 15% affinity. Headless Monster Hunter would work? There was a headless chicken at one point, right? Some guy brought it around as like a circus attraction. I got that chicken playing for me. I guess headless could be like no eyes, blindfolded, and you have like earmuffs on. Can't hear anything. No audio, no visual. Kind of like no head. Headless. I did a blindfolded run once, I don't know, 5 years ago against a Baroff. I did eventually beat the Baroff. Some of those cat mods, unlucky, are pretty uncanny with like removing parts of your body. You could probably remove your head pretty easily. There's only one Nergigante? Nah, there's definitely more than one. Haven't seen a stream in 5 years, still playing World. Isn't it terrible, man? Isn't it just the worst? Yeah, we're still here, man. We're still playing World in five years ago.
Oye, compi.
Wilds will be here? Here's the horrible thing, though, Dianify. Like, there's no guarantee that we will enjoy Milds as much as we enjoy World. You know what I mean? Like, it might be mega monetized, live service, paid access monster game. I doubt it. With a hunt pass. Exactly. I mean, people are still playing Mario. Super Mario Brothers. Monster Hunter track record isn't too bad. Well, before Monster Hunter World, we had Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. And then after Monster Hunter World, we had Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak. But before Generations Ultimate, we had Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and that game's great. Such a doomer perspective. I think the game's going to be great. Like, I personally think Milds is going to be good, but I'm just saying, man. I think we're going to, with insurance, we're going to try and go in on Frostfang. That G only got localized after World. Well, technically, it was Monster Hunter Double Cross. I was playing Double Cross before World came out. I was playing Double Cross HD before World came out. Yes. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, we got so lucky. We're getting some pretty good RNG here. So that's full crit boost. Saying I won't be able to enjoy Monster game as much as World again. I mean, I love World. I'm not even sure it's my favorite Monster Hunter game. Sometimes it is. As long as it doesn't have the clutch claw. I don't even mind the clutch claw. But the clutch claw complaints are really overstated. Wish you knew about Monster Hunter earlier than you got into it. You missed a lot of content. I mean, you didn't really miss anything. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going out and playing the older games. I would heavily recommend going back and playing the older games, actually. They're so good. Tenderizing isn't even an issue anymore, only because, like, it lasts 3 minutes. When it was 90 seconds, it was a problem. But in my opinion, it's fine now. I mean, but here's the deal, dude. Like, you haven't played it since launch. Like, tenderizing has gotten way better in both ways. Here's how it's gotten better. There is one-hit tenderize in the game with a charm and decorations, and all tenderizes now last for 3 minutes rather than 90 seconds. So it may not sound like a lot, but when you're actually playing the game, it's so big. No, there's really no reason to complain anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not dismissing your opinions. I'm just saying it's like, it's not launch. It's not launch day Iceborne. And it's true. I've done many playthroughs without Clutch Claw before Dayanify, without Clutch Claw and Tenderizing, and still very much beat the game without it. The fact you need a deco or charm to make it not suck just doesn't sound appealing. I promise you, if you're using a light weapon, you could very easily fit it in, and you're not losing much. And if you really, really, really hate it, well, if you're playing on PC, I guess you could just mod in one-hit tenderizing anyways. If you really, really want to put on cheat mode, you could always install the ice mod, but I'm not really suggesting that. You found World after patches to make it better, but still shut on Rise for Anomaly XP? Because it's still bad. And it doesn't do anything retroactively to make the game that much better. It's not equivalent to Sentis, man. I would still have to try and get from 240 to 300. I mean, I'm at like 270 now. Yeah, so before Iceborne, you know, there was no Claw Stagger. After Iceborne, there's never been Claw Stagger. It is a uniquely Iceborne mechanic. And allegedly, playtesters were having a hard time using the Clutch Claw. And so they added Claw Stagger. That's the rumor. I don't know that it's ever been fully confirmed in an interview or not. We are just going to wake up with a wall bang here. I think that's the play. I mean, there are tricks you can use to make it not as awkward. The claw on, claw off strategy, which I'm not saying like you should have to do that. I agree with you. It's definitely like feels very video gamey and immersion breaking. Still a double cross to bits? I mean, my preference is Iceborne over GU, but I've come to enjoy GU more in recent months / years. I used to really not like GU. Oh, come on, dude! Maybe it was the ledge that got me there. Fart back! Thank you for resubscribing. Under these dark, non-VTuber Monster Hunter World streaming times. Is abandoning quests allowed? I generally go with a no coward rule. Get an avatar. Can't beat him, Jordan. Oh no, we're so dead. He shot that under my feet. Nothing we can do about that, man. That was point blank. I guess I could be like, just don't stand there. Do I think older games would be more successful than World of Rise? No. No, why would they be? They're older games. More successful. You think like a modern re-release on Steam is gonna get For You to sell 25 million copies? I think it would sell a couple million copies. And that's maybe me being a little optimistic. But I do think a modern For You HD release would probably sell between like 2 and 3 million copies. And I think that, you know, I think that would be okay. To me, I think that would be okay, but I don't know if it's okay for good enough for Capcom. I mean, it would sell more than Exoprimal did. Personally, I think it would sell more. There's a lot of people that would buy the older games on Steam, I think. No, I mean, World is a very special game that released at a very special time. You know, you got all of the Destiny dudes playing it. Right after Destiny 1 shut down. And, I don't know if Destiny 1 shut down, but, you know, it was Destiny 2 and they weren't happy with the state of the game. I think we broke that. For some reason I thought the head wasn't tenderized. And like, I don't blame Capcom for doing everything they can to try and recreate the success of World. They did not do that with Rise, by the way. Rise was a portable off-year Switch title as they work on Wilds. I want to get him in a pitfall trap. I want to get him in a pitfall trap right here. Wish World released on PC the same time as console. Me too. Different Capcom. Oh! The hell? Excuse me? I don't know why he didn't connect with another. Is he not enraged anymore? What is he doing? Feel bad for the marketing team having to shill Rise right now. Return to Rise! I honestly get more emails from Capcom marketing asking me to play Exo Primal and Street Fighter than I do Monster Hunter. Isn't that kind of weird? I mean, maybe they just assume I'm gonna play Monster Hunter anyways, but... I don't know, I feel like they would still be like... No, I mean, they don't pay me. I mean, they just like, hey, do you want the DLC for Exo Primal, or do you want the DLC for Street Fighter? I mean, they have given me paid opportunities before, I should say. I specifically have gotten paid for Exo Primal. It feels like a lot of their big titles, though, they're like, everyone's going to want to buy these anyways, so we can just vibe, I guess. I mean, Devin Harambe, I mean, okay. Is it healing if I go in there now? It is. I can go into Viper Tobi Kadachi's hole and get trank bombs. I would like to sleep him. If I can, I want to sleep him. Or capture him. Been playing the world for 6 years, still having fun. There was a dude that posted in the Discord just this past week or last week. And he had... God, what was it? 12,000 hours? Played? 14,000 hours played? I mean, that's somebody that's maybe enjoying the game a little bit too much. And that was all on Xbox. Generic name, it's about the principle. It's not about anything else. Where am I going? Isn't this where his hole is? Like around here. I took a long way to get there. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know the map as well as you. I got there, didn't I? No, 12,000 hours since release they have. Is there even... This is maybe a very stupid question. Is there 12,000 hours in a year? How many hours are there even in a year? No. It would be something like 7,000 hours in a year, right? 8,000? Okay. It's like... I guess if you just wanted a number, you could just leave your game on and get there. Get pretty close to it over 2 years. Have to see the hunter play cards rather than play times. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Still a squatty potty shill? I mean, I'm not actively seeking referrals from the squatty potty. If you want to have a slightly better pooping experience, I would suggest you get at least a footstool. However, the advantage of the squatty potty is that it fits neatly around your toilet and you just have a stool in front of your toilet. You should also get a bidet as well. You'll just have a better time on your toilet. We did get 2 tickets. We needed 3. No, I don't. Outside of like Capcom video games, I don't have any active affiliate codes or anything. And even then, those are just like to a web store where if you buy something, they pay me. What about the sex swing? I have no experience with the sex swing. It has been a long time since I even thought about the sex swing. Thank you for bringing that back. With or without the spring? Can hold more weight without the spring, allegedly. I assume you would need to put into something load-bearing. Yeah, everything but 1 ticket, huh? Alright, I think it's time for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Affiliate link for a sex swing? Is that what Monster community wants? You know, even if it's not the truth, maybe we could start like a grassroots campaign to be like, yo, you want to fuck? You should play Monster Hunter. All the hot people play Monster Hunter, and they have sex together all the time. All right, hopefully this doesn't crash my computer. Just like the VTubers? But you can't have sex with a VTuber. No matter what you do, they will always be bips and boops, right? Tell that to VTubers? I mean, they don't have flesh. Why is it so quiet? Can you guys hear anything? It's all right. It's good enough. All right, YouTube. I think I'm gonna end your existence. I think we will change categories. So, if you want to keep watching me play 3U, stick around on the channel. If you refuse that and you only want to watch world content, see me in another 5 years? Hope your next 5 years is okay. I lost it. I lost the link to close down the stream. Oh, what a nightmare. Can I end it? Where do I gotta go? Jesus Christ.